I know you've been waiting. Won't wait no more. He's here. Tired though, but he's here. Good morning, Marcheal.
Good Friday morning to you.
Yeah, the voice too. I had to give you a little 15. It took a little 15 minutes before.
Yeah.
And what is
I
it?
operated on 2 hours sleep.
What?
So I have to catch it anywhere waiting. You know, you have to make up for the minutes.
Well, that minus is one of my questions that I have later on. So, all right. Well, welcome to Happening 104.1.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So, first off, well, you know, TNT, you know, Marcheal has delivered so many big jams. We can go back to when he, remember that Pampers, that diaper on the stage?
Yeah. and don't remember it too early. It's a good thing you bring it up because it might be coming out this year.
Yeah.
This
After
year,
you're
maybe
celebrating 30 years. Yeah, we'll bring it up. I will certainly go and YouTube that too. So, we have Outer Space back in 1997, you did that with Beanie Man. Just moving up the years. Music Farm with Ecstatic, you had It's Carnival with Destra, and so many other big... 2007, you took it home in the Road March with Jumbie. Now, last year you did some marvelous stuff. You took home both of them, and you took home $2 million. We're talking about the International Soca Marathon as well as the Road March.
Yeah.
So, it is... First off, let me just say congratulations
Thank
to
you
you.
very much.
Continuously doing what you do. Now... I would need to ask it, in one of the songs that you have this year, which is Pump Your Flag, I was listening to a particular line that says, Carnival Tuesday, we find new energy.
Yes.
Marcheal, where do you find that energy? Because every performance that you give, 100%, not 99, 100%.
Well, I mean, it is a blessing to have that, first of all. And when you're someone like me who's been performing from young, after a while you master what you do. And there's a thing called second wind. You know, the limit of the human being is, I think, has not yet been found. So what you could do, I think, is great. I used to read about the yogis who used to operate on no sun, no food, just sunlight, no water, just, this. And I believe in that. I believe you could train yourself to do what you have to do. I mean, you need some sleep. Like right now, I can't wait to get some today. I have 2 shows today and I have rehearsals for Marcheal one day and for Rama tomorrow. You know, we're really getting into the gear for Carnival. But you have to just be strong. I mean, I will go on stage and sometimes get my energy from being tired. You're tired, but you know that you have to go and please your fans and people, and you just get that energy from just there.
Do you get it from the audience, really, when you just hear them just really chanting, you just can't wait for Marcheal to come on stage?
Definitely. Yesterday I performed in front of some little kids at Don Ross. And they were jumping and screaming non-stop, and they were I was actually riding on that energy. I mean, a smile goes a long way. Somebody smile at you today, you feel happy. You know, it's like when you're on and somebody else starts.
Yeah, it's contagious, right?
Yes.
So the energy is sort of contagious.
Yes, and I think it's transferable.
Yeah. Now, we know you have performed across the globe. If I look to mention all the countries, we'll be here all day. Now, Madison Square Garden, one of the big names that you've also performed at. What would be your most memorable performance? I don't know if that's making it hard for you, but what audience really stood out?
It will definitely be one of those Madison Square Gardens. The very first one when we did Jumbie, the first show, I think it was probably the second performance because we did 2 shows back to back. But I mean, just the energy of the building, going in there and realizing that it was sold out once and then twice, you really start a question and wonder where these people coming from. And it was really the fact that they were looking forward to that, to come and to celebrate soca music in the city, in a prestigious building like that, and having all those hits that year. It was just an alignment of the stars. And people stood up all night, and the vibe was real nice, and had people from Haiti, and people from Grenada, and not just Trinidad and Tobago. So it was a nice feeling, and it was a feeling of complete success.
Because as you say, Madison Square Garden is a landmark, and everybody knows that when you go to New York. Now, after wrapping up your show, you said you take any 5 minutes you can anywhere to rest. So that's how you do that with, from event to event, even endorsements that you may have during the day. Now, over the past 3 decades, that's the length of time you have been blessing us with your ability.
Yep.
We have evolved. You have basically grown up in our eyes. I can say that safely. Just take a look for a second, because God willing, yes, because you never know about tomorrow, but God willing, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Since we're talking about decades. 3 decades is gone, next 10, how are you looking at?
Well, I mean, I have played a major role in the culture and the history of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
And I think I was born to do that, musically. When I came in, soca and calypso wasn't popular. A lot of young people listening to dance music and like Tainted Love and you know dub music at the time and a little bit of R&B. But I felt a little awkward to say, you know what, I didn't want to do this calypso thing because it's not popular. I want to do something else. You know, I felt like I was abandoning it. So I felt like I had to try my best to change it and make it hip. So there was no choice. And I mean, this has been my journey. So in the next 10 years, I will just be seeing myself playing a different role, but taking it higher. You know, being around musicians, I think really trying to help people's career and trying to bring a lot of the other artists in Trinidad who I think are really good, but they could do it the kind of support I had and the kind of knowledge that I know about and what what my parents brought to me, which was professionalism and dedication. And I think, you know, a lot of the young people out there want it. It's just that they don't have the right people around them. So you have to sometimes, where, you know, there's not a family, you have to put a family.
And we've seen that you're doing that this year. We're bringing so many new artists, whether it be writers or even producers.
Even artists themselves. And there are a lot that, you know, are yet to come. So this is my goal. And not only doing that, I also want to give back to the community. So I want to start my, my charity and the Foundation for Greatness, which is going to be based on reading and reading about great people. Just to separate, you know, youths and let them know that, you know, mediocrity is not it. You're not here to just be normal. You can be great. You know, as great as Mahatma Gandhi or Malcolm X. Or, as great as Marcheal.
I like it too. Marcheal, you've worn many hats. Like you just mentioned, you're a musician, producer, songwriter. I see you did some directing most recently for
Trini, nice. 2 blocks. Yeah.
It's too hard. Well, I didn't move, right? So you see, it's not me. Other than director and of course soca artist, is there any hat that you think you want to wear within the industry that you know you haven't put on as yet?
I don't know. You know, I mean, I kind of like to not create too much future, and I will try my hand at anything. I think anything that I put my hand on, I will do well. You know, once I train and I hone the skill, I think I'll be good at it. I don't know what in the industry I could do that would be different because I really like to make music. And I could make music from, you know, being a producer, being a writer, you know, being a partner in writing and producing, but also just consulting, helping people. And I think this is where I want to stick. You know, I don't want to be a manager, so to say, because management is not my thing. You know what I mean? I like the creativity. I love putting on shows. I love presentations. I love solving problems for people. So I think that is an important field.
So this is where your passion is, and you're pretty happy here.
Yes.
Just continue to work hard within what you do.
Yeah,
now,
like I wouldn't be a radio DJ. I'll try to be. You know, I did that already, but that's not really my thing. Yeah, I worked at 105 Tempo with Melanie Hudson.
Yes.
I worked on One Extra, BBC One Extra in England.
Yes.
So I had a couple stints of doing those things, you know.
All right. Now, one thing you just mentioned a while ago, and I've noticed as well, you always, because you just said you tap back into where we came from, our calypso genre. You worked with Mighty Sparrow, Calypso Rose, Black Stallion.
Yes.
Any other icons that you haven't touched yet that you want to work with?
Shadow, definitely. I'm working with Shadow this year. We reached close. We started writing together, and we just didn't get the right direction that we wanted at the time. So he's also going to be working with me on the show, which is why I paid tribute to him on the Marcheal Monday and this coming Monday. And I will show people that we wrote together before. We worked already.
Really?
But we haven't yet. And that's a song that's very important to me. And I don't think a lot of people know that this is Shadow. You know, Marcheal in shadow form. So I'm going to highlight that in the Monday show. And I'm excited. You know, he's performing some of the songs that I like. A lot of the people on Monday are going to be performing for Marcheal.
Well, let's talk about Monday.
Yeah.
MMM.
Double M.
Triple M too, because it's Monday.
Well, Triple M because it's three decades of Marcheal music.
Yeah.
And I think the most important thing is that I'm celebrating 30 years. I'm giving back to my fans. I'm doing a double album. But I'm doing the show on that night to really highlight the soundtrack of those 30 years and what may have come out of it. You know, early Shadow. Of course, you'll hear some Sparrow in there. You know, of course, you'll get some of the Juve songs that were inspired by so many other people. I especially will dive into my love segment because it's going to be Valentine's Day while the show is going on. So I want to touch on my love songs because, you know, Marcheal had songs about relationships. You know, in this time, everybody want to be single and everybody want to be free to do what they want. And
Single.
but yeah, single. But you know, it's important. You know, I did a remix with Ki recently, and you know, it's really a nice song and we love it. But at the same time, it have those people who trying to struggle to be in a relationship or to find companionship. So that will be a part of the show. Then dance music takes an important role because we have all this dance, soca, since we did songs like AOA and Represent, and so then we want to highlight that. And then we will spend some time in the road marches, and all the people who are masqueraders, and it's going to be a lot of music.
You need to sleep a little bit over the weekend, okay?
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to get every ounce, but trust me, we could function without it. But we'll do better if we get some.
You talked about, you know, dance and all these things that are coming in. You have some of the artists that you're going to look at on Monday.
Yes.
Are we going to hear some of your first songs like
Well, I'm trying. I have other usage for that. I have some usage for that in the week. You know,
I kind of feel it too much out there. Sorry.
I split up some of my responsibilities. So I'm thinking about singing one of my old calypsos, but you know, really and truly, I think, you know, it's like we have to celebrate the nowness of the music also too. We have a part of the show we call Reset to Zero, and we're gonna keep resetting to zero. Every time we take it back, we're gonna bring it back to the present moment. Because 3-0 is what I'm celebrating this year, but it's not 30, it's 3 and a 0. 3 decades and it's reset to 0. That means we're starting over. You know, so we're still fresh, we're focusing on the now instead of just really looking at the whole career like if it's retirement. You know, because after 30 years you can sound like you want to retire. But I think I have enough in me that I want to start over and do it all over right now in a better fashion. Even if it means through the people who will be featured in the concert, because I think it's important for people like Patrice Roberts and Cohen Dubois, who is now resetting soca music to 0. Cohen is doing a lot of good work for soca, writing for other artists like Destra and Bunchy and Patrice and myself, you know, and these are the things that we have to celebrate, and I want this show to be about that. It's going to be a kind of non-stop party and dancing kind of vibe. You know, not in the years where you stop and it's just going to be going here.
Marcheal, I don't know how you do it, you know, but you have showed over the years continued success. To me, when I look at you, failure is never an option. Never an option. So with that, please share with our, let's say there's a young man, a young woman out there that really wants to be, because when you asked new artists today, so who do you know, look up to, who do you get influences from, and the first name that they say, Marcheal Montano.
Yeah.
So now speak to those same people and tell them, because failure is not
I think it's longevity, and the first thing you have to focus on is being blessed. I was really blessed, first of all, with a life. You know, I was born dead. I'm still born, and that is to me a unique thing to come back after 6 minutes of no heartbeat. So I always knew my life was special, and my mom always, you know, there, my father was there with me. I had great parents. So I was born blessed with that talent. When you know that, you have to first of all be thankful. You wake up every day, you could walk, you could dance, you could sing, you could breathe. Thank God. Secondly, you know, you have to know that life is a up and down thing. So you trying to be that median, that line in between the up and down. So sometimes, you know, you might wake up today and you might feel it not going the way you wanted to go, it not going how you see it, or it's not happening, and you don't try to force it too much. You try to accept things. You know, you always remember those lines say, resist nothing. Even if it means it looking like it dark, don't resist it. Just accept it, embrace it. You're feeling pain, feel the pain. You know, I learned sometimes I will feel a pain in my knee and I will just become that pain and own it. And you know, by the time I own it and become it, it starts to go away. You know, it's because you just accept things. When you start to accept things, you realize that, okay, I might lose some money today. Okay, I might lose this race that I'm going to run, but it might be the race that might help you win the biggest race of your life. So sometimes the sine wave going down, you have to just roll with it. Get through this day. If this day looking like trouble, just let go. Stay home. Lie down in your bed and do nothing, and enjoy the fact that things ain't going right, but you're doing nothing. So at least things ain't going wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You still have tomorrow to do it again.
And you will get through the low times. And once you get through the low times, there will always be high times, because that is life. And you have to take it all in stride. So just keep your faith and don't make it look like every time it has to be good. Because if you expect it to be good all the time and it's not good one day, you're ready to quit, and you're ready to give up. Just get through. Don't quit. It will always get brighter.
Tell us a little bit about the album, because I know you need to sleep, Marcheal, so don't keep it too long. The new album, double album.
The new album this year will be coming out this week, and it's called Double M, and it's really a dedication to the fans. There are going to be 20 tracks. The both albums will mimic each other, so you look at it, it might have a groovy here, a big groovy there, a nice experimental soca there, and experimental on either side. It's a non-stop party. You can party to all the tunes. We have a couple remixes and road mixes on there, but for all saying is the music of Marcheal throughout this year, and some things that we haven't really put out there in a major way. It's good packaging, good pictures of Marcheal. It's a good album to get.
What did you say this week, or you just said this week?
Well, I'm hoping for by Wednesday or Thursday. So
Double M.
Yeah, Double M.
Sounds nice. Fantastic Friday's coming up.
Yay.
Yay.
Ready. Ready.
You're ready for that.
Ready. Yeah, I mean, you have to defend your crown. As a king, you have to defend your empire, defend your honor. You have to put that sword in your waist and go out there and say, I am that I am for my people. And Marcheal has a lot of fans out there. The competition is stiff this year, but I am coming out hot. Because my thing is pump your flag, and I want the nation to pump in a patriotic way. We paying tribute to Super Blue, who came and say get something and wave, and then preachers say jump and wave, and now Marcheal saying pump your flag and jump. So you're pumping it, you're spinning it. Pumping it means spin it, push it up and down, wave it left to right. Once it pumping, you pump it how you want. Once when you hear pump, if you want to go up and down, you go up and down. If you want to spin, you spin. If you want to go left and right, you go left and right. But just pump that flag and pump it with pride. You understand? The big flag crews, big up to all of them. Marcheal will be rolling. And they're coming to pump. They come in Rama tomorrow night. We're rehearsing in Rama for Fantastic Friday. Marcheal Monday, we taking a nice trip down memory lane, and we watch into the future, and we party into a lot of young people, and I want Trinidad and Tobago to look at this as this is the talent. This is what Marcheal Montano believes in. Not just Marcheal will get the spotlight on that night, but all these artists will get spotlight. Artists that went before, artists that are yet to come, and artists that are now. And this is what I want them to see, that this is what Marcheal is about, not just himself. And it will reflect in things that have influenced me and things that I have influenced.
Marcheal, I'm sticking with the Marcheal Monday, but watch me, I'm going to get it together this weekend. It'll be madness. I know. I don't, because one you're performing, usually people whine and think and have a good time, but when Marcheal on the stage, you stop doing what you're doing. And you just like...
This one maybe I watch and I listen. This one maybe I watch and listen, but I really try to design it for dancing.
Right.
Even though we might take it down slow, you're still going to move, you're still going to know these songs. So sing along, dance, catch yourself. By the time you look around, there's something else coming at you all the time. We keep resetting to zero. We're starting over. I think reset to zero this year is important for everybody. Fix your relationships, fix broken relationships, forgive people. Reset to zero. Get a new energy and a new life. Look at what went on in your past and bless it and say greater things to come. Let's go.
Keep being positive, Marcheal.
Keep pumping that flag.
Marcheal, well, thank you very much, because I know you want to sleep, all right? So I have to let him go to TNT. Any message you want to tell our listeners, because they're locked on?
Well, and I want everybody to have a safe carnival, of course. I mean, we pumping every night. Tonight I'm out there, tomorrow is Rama in the stadium. Come out in your short pants with your crew and have a time, a big fete, the biggest fete, all the people are there. Sunday I'm doing flight cruise and rehearsal for Marcheal Monday. Monday is Marcheal Monday. Tuesday, Eyes Wide Shut. Wednesday is Bacchanal Wednesday. And Indie Mass. Thursday is Beauty Splash and Fantasy. Friday, of course, come out and support Marcheal Montano. Vote for MMHD. Text MMHD to SOCA, SOCA, for Pump Your Flag, and text me in the groovy category to Mr. Fett, because I'm singing Mr. Fett in the groovy too, and I'm coming very fierce on that night. Presentation will be on point, looking my top condition right now, so I'm grateful for all the support. I thank all the fans, and go out and buy your Marcheal Monday tickets, but go out and buy your Marcheal Double M album also. Support the culture.
you continue to represent for our culture too, please.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for coming into the J Spot on Every 104.
Thank you for having me.
You'll pass back again sometime?
Anytime.
Okay.
Anytime.
Next time, try and get some sleep. Well, at least a little, so.
We had to catch it where we could.
Right, and do that this weekend, Marcheal. Seriously, catch it where you could.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day on Every 104.
All right.